She was born in July 1999 in Oshawa, a quiet suburb in Ontario, Canada. She was a bright and spirited kid with a fondness for animals. And the elderly, she kept herself busy outside of school as an Army cadet. And by the age of 13, she had received the Cadet of the Year title twice. But when she entered high school a year later, things took a turn for the worse. As a 14-year-old freshman, she was offered crystal meth. She accepted it, the first mistake in what would go on to be a years-long struggle with addiction, as only a teenager. Rory came from a troubled background. Her grandfather was Bernie Guindon, otherwise known as Bernie the Frog, the founder of Satan's Choice Motorcycle Club, which was for a time the second largest biker club in the world. As an outlaw biker with drug and assault convictions, he'd served 22 years in prison and had anywhere between 11 and 16 children. One of these was Rory's uncle, Harley Davidson Guindon, who owned a clothing store in Oshawa. Rory and her uncle were close. Harley himself was a Hells Angels biker. Still, he had a soft spot for his teenage niece. In 2016, when she was 17, Rory lived with Harley and his family while he was under house arrest on drug charges. Rory's mother, Shannon Dion, had reported herself to the Children's Aid Society because she thought it was the only way to get Rory the help she needed with her addiction. The services didn't help, but Rory managed to turn her life around on her own. The last 6 months of her life were positive ones. Rory had a boyfriend, Tony, and even her own apartment. Harley had recently given her and her mother $1,000 to help with living expenses, but Rory had found a job of her own and returned to school.